Now, does it make sense that there would be two major land masses in the world, Eurasia and North America and South America, or the Western Hemisphere? These two land masses would have 20,000 years in which to do whatever they were going to do, and one would come out with all the advancements, and the other would come out as a bunch of primitive savages. Really, on the surface of it, does that make any sense at all? Well, of course it doesn't, because that's not what happened at all. Most of the progressions and inventions and innovations were happening about the same time all around the world. And give or take a few hundred years, few thousand years, it was basically even. There was no great differential where Eurasia had all the advancements the way that we are taught, kids are taught, and everybody's still taught. That's a Eurocentric thinking. It's a Eurasia-centric type of thinking. Now let's look at food plants. One Indian nation in the Andes Mountains gave more food plants to the world, 80 food plants as gifts to the world, than all of Europe combined. So all of the Czechs, the Italians, the French, the Germans, the Swiss, the Poles, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the whole works did not give as much as that one Indian nation. That's another magnificent contribution to the world that goes unrecognized. And we tend to look at the Western Hemisphere as, well, really not much of value really took place before Europeans came along to rescue them, save them, give them what they gave them. So the Eurasian aspect, Fertile Crescent, comes into it, which is thought to be where farming emanated from. And we still hearken back to that. And we like to, it's another thing, it's over there across the ocean. We like to study that and teach it to people, the Fertile Crescent. All good and great things had to come from Europe or from the other landmass. So the education is pretty similar today. It hasn't changed that much from the last generation or two generations ago. Certainly my generation, my parents, my grandparents. It happened slowly over time that things became invisible as the visitors became guests, and the guests became intruders, and the intruders became numerous, and then the numerous intruders became too numerous to control, and eventually pushed the indigenous out. And this happened all up and down the Western Hemisphere. And then after a generation or two, they forgot what they did. A generation or two is a long time when it comes to current history and remembering what happened 30, 40 years ago. So that's what happened. The education hasn't changed that much. The Eurasia-centric ideas haven't changed that much either. I'll see you next time.